How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. Today I'm going to show you how I manage to spend only about $13,000 every single year. Now, if you're a long-time subscriber, you probably know that I already paid off my mortgage. Therefore, this kind of spending, it's not very unusual if you do not have rent or mortgage to pay. Nonetheless, I feel like I should still cover the things I actually still buy because I feel like those are relatively low compared to a typical person. I'm going to go through some of the things that I do not buy at all. Some of them might not be so obvious, but for me, all of these things I do not have a monthly bill on. For example, mortgage, I do not have that. All this consumer debt, including student loan, car loans, personal loan, credit card debt payments, I have none of those. I still use a credit card though, because I still get the cash back and then I pay it back every single month. I do not pay anything for a cell phone. I do not have a landline. I do not have cable. I do not have satellite. I don't have a gym membership. I do not subscribe to Hulu or Netflix. I don't have magazine subscriptions. I just don't feel like it's very necessary these days because anything I want more information on a certain topic, I just kind of go on the web and I find it anyway. I don't buy trash bags. I haven't bought it for many years. Paper towels, they just seem to last forever for me. So I did buy this maybe 5 years ago and I'm still using those 12 rolls. 12 rolls has become 9 rolls for me. So I'm still using it and going through. So let me just cover real quick what I do for entertainment. I actually went and bought Star Trek over here. This is the next generation. But I did already buy the Deep Space Nine one, and I covered this a while ago that I bought it. I purchased the Deep Space Nine for about $50. It was on sale, and I think I can actually sell it back on eBay for about $70. And even after fees and stuff, I might make like a couple dollar profit. So instead of entertainment, I feel like sometimes you can find really good deal for certain medias. Like a big set like this, and then you can get entertained for a really long time, and yet I do not have to buy Hulu or Netflix. My HOA and property tax comes out to be about $403. Now, I'm not gonna cover why it is so low because some of you might go, what the heck did you do? There's a little trick to it, and I am not quite ready to share this. I may do this in the future. I may put it behind a paywall or something. It's sort of sensitive, so just take it for granted for now. Just believe me, I really do spend only $403 right now. This is on a monthly basis, so you multiply by 12 to get the yearly cost. Home repair maintenance, I haven't spent any money for about 4 years so far. By the way, I am living in a home in the Bay Area. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, and I live in it all to myself. I basically choose to not rent any of it out because I have a lot of equipment and things over here. I actually use some of the rooms for storage. One of them is my electronics lab. So this is kind of living large. I mean, if I really wanted to, I might be able to rent those rooms out. If I'm really hurting for cash, maybe YouTube goes away or something, then I have to hunker down and go, well, place is not going to hire me back for engineering for some reason, and then I need some money, so maybe I can use that as a last resort. So right now, yes, it is something I can do, rent it out and stuff, but this choice is almost kind of like a luxurious choice, right? This is like a high standard of living, and I'm very comfortable, living by myself because I've lived with roommates before. They always move your stuff. They consume your food without you asking. That might be a small price to pay to get the rent money, but it's just something I choose to do to just live on my own. On to the next stuff. Water is $32.50. Now the base price is actually about $25 every single month. Even if you consume zero amount of water, you still have to pay $25. So only about $7.50 more on top of that based on my consumption level. So to me, pushing the amount of water I save much more is not going to save me that much more money. Even if I were to have the amount of water that I use, I'm going to only save $3-4. If I double the amount of water that I use, I'm only going to spend another $7. So this knob is not worth it to try to go after in order to save a lot of money. What might be better is to go after electricity, but I'll get to that later. Trash, I spend about $20, and there's a little trick I had to do where I absolutely canceled my landfill garbage can, and then I requested for overage bags only. So in that sense, I was able to cancel part of the service and still have some amount of service left. So I still have the equivalent of trash service. I can still send out compost, which is the bulk of my trash, and also a recycling cart. Over here, we have 3 different carts for our trash service. So I pay about roughly $20 every single month on average. And then you have the gas and electric. You could say $53 every single month is very, very much saving a lot. To summarize how I get it this low, mainly is well, I hardly ever use the heat. I just tend to use like a jacket, cover up and stuff. I don't think I have any light bulbs that are incandescent, and I switched out most of my CFL bulbs for LED bulbs these days. And on top of this, I participate in this thing called Ohm Connect that's available in California and also in Texas. Basically, I participated in such a high level that I get roughly anywhere between $4 to $15 every single month. So what you do is whenever they have these ohm hour things, you just kind of turn everything off, and then you get points, which translates into money, and then you can just feed that right into your PayPal. So $53 is not really 53. If you take into account this Ohm Connect thing, it might be only $45 or something. But if you guys are interested in this, I do have a referral link down in the video description below. My DSL is $50. I did not get any discount on it. In fact, I kind of increased the amount I spend on it because I upload these videos in really high quality in 4K. So I kind of bit the bullet and then go, okay, you know what? This is kind of the cost of this profession as a YouTuber. I need to pay this amount, so no discounts there. $50 every single month. My car insurance is $33. How did I get it this low? Is because I have a really old car. It's 18 years old right now. I have many years of driving experience. That is probably why it's so low. My deductible is really high, and I also only have a one-way insurance on my car. So all these factors probably add up to why it's so low. I also have a scooter. It costs me roughly $6.50 every single month for insurance. You might go, well, that might not be absolutely necessary. You could actually get rid of that. But if I actually use this scooter to go to the BART station whenever I need to go to the San Francisco or something, 3 one-way trips would actually cover the cost of this insurance, because if I take the bus, it's like roughly $2 or something. So I can say as long as I make 1.5 trips every single month, it would be worth it for me to keep on paying this insurance. My car maintenance, I count that as $5. And you might go, this is crazy. There's no way it can be $5. It's $5 for the past 12 months. And this is based mainly on me changing the oil myself. I do most of the work myself. And, if I were to be, completely honest with myself, sometimes it costs a lot of money to do maintenance. If I bring it into the shop, it might cost me like $1,200. One time I had to change this water tank. It was about $1,200. So if I were to average, over all these years that I got maintenance, I would kind of eyeball it as about $750 every single month on average. If I just kind of, every single year on average, that would probably be how much it would cost me every single year, not every single month. So it's not exactly $5. My gasoline went down to $50 ever since I quit my job. This is something I knew that was going to happen. Before I quit my job, it was about $200. So during the weekday, I do not have to commute anymore, and I still go out to see friends and family. So then sometimes I still have to leave the city, and about 1/4 as much gasoline as before. And over here we have this thing called Fast Track. I don't spend realistically, it's probably cross a bridge once every 2 or 3 months. So it's not absolutely zero. If I were to put a dollar sign on it, it might be every single year $20. So it's pretty low and negligible. My groceries is about $150 every single month. Every 10 days or so, I spend about $40 at this grocery store called Sprouts. I mainly buy organic vegetables, half organic and half not, depending on if it needs to be organic or not. There's this whole thing of, some vegetables are okay to not buy organic, and you'll be, pretty okay with this. And then, I mainly eat beans, grains, and vegetables and fruits and some nuts. And it seems like I have not been able to completely settle on being vegan. Sometimes I go out and then I still eat meat. If I don't go out at all, I would still end up eating meat maybe once or twice every single week, like 1 or 2 meals every single week. So the act of not eating as much meat, which is like the most healthiest thing you can do, I feel like the proper thing to do for as a diet is probably to eat meat very, very sparingly, much less sparingly than what a typical Western diet would consist of. So I feel like once a week is actually pretty optimal. I feel like, if you completely cut out meat, then it's not so good. You're gonna need some vitamin B12 or something. So, if I just eat very, very sparingly, it might be okay. So because of this, I save a lot of money on groceries. And this is not forcing myself either. I feel like this is very healthy. And when I eat so bland and things, I'm actually really okay with it. I actually look forward to eating my meals. I'm not like, kind of eating and just kind of being like, this is disgusting or anything like that. So I actually enjoy my meals, and, I don't pay that much for it. And it's actually home cooked. Most of it is not packaged or anything, and I end up paying very, very little. $40 would be like pushing it. I have to buy a lot of stuff for $40 every 10 days. You multiply that by 3, that's 120. So let's just call that 150 just for groceries. So it's pretty darn low. Restaurants, I hardly ever go out to eat at restaurants anymore. I peg it at 0. It's very, very rare these days. I would peg it as last 3 months, maybe, I don't know, 2-3 times. And mostly it's like potluck and then go over to people's houses to eat nowadays. Sometimes I do vlogs, right? And sometimes I would go and try out these very specialized restaurants that I just want to try out and record it on camera. Sometimes it's like robotic restaurants, some robot is serving this. Maybe they're serving ramen, maybe they're serving coffee, which is something I'm thinking about. The expenses of these things I actually write off as business expenses. So you can go, well, is this really actually me spending, or am I spending it in the act of trying to earn money on YouTube? So, it's kind of fuzzy over there. So it's kind of hard to put in. I wouldn't be eating those things on a regular basis. I'm only doing it to make the video, if that makes sense. And then for health insurance, because I do not have an employer, I work for myself right now, making these YouTube videos, and I just go, I'm the boss, haha, I'm gonna make whatever video I want. Health insurance, I have to pay for myself in full. I don't get any discounts or anything. So that costs about $310. And, as I get older, it's probably going to increase. It might increase to $500 if I'm super duper old, like, almost towards retirement. It might increase all the way to $1,000. So if it does increase, it's going to be a big headache later on. If I'm going to do this for, some 10 years or something, it might balloon up to like $700-800. So this is a point of contention. It might get out of hand. So, it's on my horizon. It's coming up very slowly, but it is on my mind. Travel, I just mark it as 0, but the last year, I do spend maybe $100 every single day whenever I do travel. But most of my airfare has been free because of my credit card churning. So you can look at last year and then go, well, all those places I've been to, I spent very little on airfare. Most of it is just on restaurants and, hotels, hostels, and whatnot. So can you really say it's 0? Probably not. But I like to just put this list in here, just kind of as a bare minimum thing. If I want to just kind of survive, right, and not make any huge changes, this is the amount of money that I would spend. I would just go, hey, I'm kind of hurting right now. I'm not making all that much money. Why not I just don't travel? And then I would end up with these numbers over here. Next thing is clothing. I can't say I absolutely bought nothing at all, but I did not go out and buy anything full price nor on sale. I want to show you guys something. Over here is like these reward gift certificate things. Because of this Banana Republic thing, they have some offers that comes in the mail, and then I was able to get these credits, $15 right here, without actually spending much of my own money. And I have a separate video for that. I'll put it over here. If I forget, let me know, and I'll put that link over there. So wait a minute, I did buy a pair of sandals. The point here is that it's so little and so infrequent that, it's hard for me to say that it's a monthly recurring expense. So, I just call it, next to nothing. definitely, this shirt, by the way, I bought within the last 2 years. I didn't pay anything for this, and I think this pair of jeans is like $15 or something, and I bought it 2 or 3 years ago, perhaps. Gadgets, I do not actually have a budget for this because sometimes I just want it and I just go and buy it. And sometimes if I get bored of it, I just resell it. And then usually I might buy some gadgets used. And then when I resell it, sometimes I even sell it for more than I actually buy it for. So you can go, well, am I actually spending real money when I actually buy and sell the same item and actually make money on it? Well, not really. So fun money is the same thing as gadgets for me. Sometimes I would just blow money on certain things. You guys know I bought a go-kart for $220. This is actually at a high discount compared to what's on Amazon. If you look on the link, they actually sell it right now for $320. So, if I just plop it on Craigslist, maybe someone would buy it for $150, $200 or something. So I'm going to lose very little if I, get bored of this cart and then eventually sell it. So all of this adds up to be $1,113. This is a rough estimate, bare minimum estimate. Now, I was looking at Chiang Mai, and it seems like you can get away with spending about $700, but not touristy type of $700. You're going to have to live locally, eat all the local foods. You can't be all extravagant and stuff. But if you're extravagant, I think it's around $7,000 to $1,000 or something. So, the fact that I can be in the Bay Area of California and spend only this little and still live in this area and enjoy the luxuries of seeing all this tech stuff that's near me, being near friends and family, as well as, having good weather is, an ideal case here. The total yearly cost comes out to be $13,356. So this is really low. I can probably make this much if I go get a minimum wage job. I don't know. I can go back and work at the Amazon warehouse or something and probably make enough to get by. My goal here, of course, is to fully retire. So in light of how much I need, this is the burn rate. If you look at what my daily needs are, is only $36.59. This is all I have to make. Sometimes I make more than $36.59 just selling my old stuff on eBay. So you might go, well, you can't always sell your old stuff because eventually you're going to run out. At my current pace, I feel like I can still keep on selling this stuff and earn more than $36 every single day for a good 2 or 3 years or something. It's not going to be even, of course. It's not going to be every $36 every single day. Sometimes I'll make $100, $200 every week or something like that. So $13,000 at the current 2.25% interest rate at Goldman Sachs Bank right now, I would need about $600,000 in order to feed my life, in order to kind of be able to fully pay for my life without actually working. So this would be fully retiring. Except I can't do any traveling and I can't do, any kind of buying a bunch of gadgets and stuff. So this would be a bare bones retirement. It's always good to know what your bare bones level is. It's like a safety point, right? You can fall back down to it without needing to make big changes, without needing to sell your home, things like that. Now, if you use the 4% safe withdrawal rate, I will only need $334,000 in order to retire. Of course, you can go, well, that's because you own your home already. Yes, that's part of the reason. So I set this up on purpose because I wanted to get my burn rate really, really low, including the need to pay for my mortgage. So you can see, if I only need $13,000, you can see what weight this lifts off my shoulder. Yes, if you pay off your mortgage, you don't have your mortgage, but you still have other big expenses. The biggest ones that you can see from this list, of course, is the property tax and HOA. The second being health insurance. Those things are going to be, slowly increasing as the years pass. The whole thesis with this whole thing, and I keep on talking about it, is lower your burn rate. I lowered my burn rate, and I even attacked my mortgage, paying it off very, very quickly. And then now I have this burden lifted off of me, and then I can do whatever I want. Make videos, maybe even videos that I actually enjoy making rather than solely for the purpose of getting more views, making more money off of it. But my whole thesis with this is that if you're in a position to be able to do what you really want to do without trying to make money, okay? You really, really enjoy something. And maybe you guys can see it from the videos where if I make some random stuff I really enjoy, and it turns out sometimes those videos get even more popular because somehow people can see that you are genuine and really, really enjoying yourself. So there's something to be said about making videos that you actually really, really enjoy versus, a lot of people want me to just keep on churning out finance video after another, just money, 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 about money all the time. Stop making these, vlogging videos, travel videos, videos not dealing with money, like that go-kart video. You get to a certain point where you can relax a little bit. And once you relax, you're probably going to earn even more money because you're relaxed. Does that make sense? Thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and gives you a good basis to compare against what a minimum burn rate is. Maybe you can reduce your utilities, the amount of stuff you buy, just like I showed in this video. Don't forget to give me a like, push that subscribe button, and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.